Most people share everything online. And then there are people who almost never post. They scroll, they observe, and they exist quietly. And because silence is rare online, it gets misunderstood. So let's strip the assumptions away and look at the actual psychology behind why some people don't post on social media. 1. They don't feel pressure to turn life into content. For many users, social media creates a subtle pressure. If something happened, it should be posted. A meal becomes a photo. A moment becomes a caption. An opinion becomes a story. People who don't post don't experience that pressure as strongly. Psychologically, they don't link experience with expression. Enjoyment doesn't increase when others see it. Meaning doesn't depend on documentation. Their brain processes life as something to be lived first, not performed. 2. They are highly aware of attention cost. Posting doesn't end when you hit share. It continues with checking reactions, interpreting silence, responding or ignoring, and managing impressions. People who don't post are often aware of this attention tax. Their mind asks, what will this demand from me afterward? And if the answer is more than it gives, they disengage. This isn't avoidance. It's selective investment of mental resources. 3. They prefer depth over broadcast. Broadcasting reaches many people shallowly. Depth reaches a few people meaningfully. People who don't post often prefer private conversations, direct messages, one-on-one exchanges, and small trusted circles. Psychologically, they associate connection with reciprocity, not reach. 100 likes can't replace one genuine interaction. So they don't chase visibility. They choose intimacy. 4. They are comfortable being unseen. For some people, being unseen feels uncomfortable. Silence feels like invisibility. And invisibility feels like irrelevance. People who don't post don't carry that equation. Their sense of worth doesn't rise or fall with visibility. Psychologically, this shows a stable internal reference point. They don't need reminders that they matter. They already know. 5. They understand that online identity is a distortion. Online identity is edited. It highlights, compresses, and simplifies. People who don't post often sense this distortion instinctively. They know that nuance gets lost, context disappears, and people project meaning that wasn't intended. Rather than constantly correcting misinterpretations, they opt out. Not because they're hiding, but because they value accuracy over exposure. Not posting doesn't mean disengagement from the world. It often means intentional attention, emotional self-sufficiency, low tolerance for performative behavior, and preference for lived experience. Silence online is not absence. It's a boundary. Social media rewards visibility. But psychology reminds us, visibility isn't the same as presence. Expression isn't the same as depth. Sharing isn't the same as connection. People who don't post often understand this consciously. They aren't rejecting social media. They are just refusing to let it dictate how they exist. In a culture that encourages constant broadcasting, choosing not to post is a quiet psychological decision. It's not louder or better, it's just intentional. And sometimes, the most grounded people are the ones you hear from the least.